Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. We're back in my, what people like to call my garage, basement, fat guy in a basement studio. It is what it is. I'm happy to be home and not getting my balls eaten by mosquitoes. Very excited. Today we're going to be continuing to talk about the LoveMeg situation, touch on the Shannon Rose thing, go into the plan about what I have to do and ask you guys for your comments and necessarily support or not support on that to see what you think I should be doing. I've got a plan and I want to see if you guys are for it. We'll see. But for real, Snark Week was crazy. I didn't expect it to go off into a big drama fest of, people calling me a child R and a pedo and all that stuff, but it happened. It went there. One thing that's for sure is definitely, my voice is getting louder, and one way that has happened is by increasing my sub count, increasing my Instagram count. I have a louder voice because I have more followers. That's the way this works. I find it so crazy that every time I drop a piece of truth out of a video, like last video where Shannon Rose threatened to kill my family, people are just like, what? The reason we bring these things to light again is because people don't know. When I cover the shaytards, there's gonna be shit you don't know that I don't know. People don't know. When I uncover all these new things or bring them from the past out, a lot of you didn't know that. And so this mission is going strong and it's going well. But now we have the opportunity to do something pretty big here, and I'm pretty excited about it. Or not, we'll see. But you know what? It's been a while since I danced. I like a lot of people making fun of my dancing, but I don't care. This one's for you, and it's for the kids. Let's be real. The kids love to dance, but the kids shouldn't be watching this. It's adult content, so let's dance. Yeah. Who we got here? JoJo. Hope it's not JoJo Siwa. She doesn't need this. She can afford my shirts. Oh, what? I missed. What a loser. Oh! Just a sticker. Sorry. All right. This one's for the YouTubers. Aloha! Kelly Pelly Bow Belly. I like it. I like the name. We're gonna go with the American flag. Oh, Roni's looking at it like he's like, you suck. Here's Roni. You win all three. Let's go. If you're just catching up on the drama, I guess it's straight up drama. If you're just catching up on it, I did a video about Shannon Rose talking about how this headband company blocked her and she was crying, and I said, hey, it's up to a company to, she cried about it and then she said it was discrimination. So I was like, no. Hear me out. A company is allowed to not align with somebody who did the things that Shannon Rose did. Namely, Nazi fetish porn, crushing animals, and doing racist porn. I think everybody is in agreement that that's a company's prerogative to say, not this time. There's companies that want to work with me because I snark on people, and I get it. I completely understand. But that's what I did. So then she came up with a rebuttal, which I was not expecting. I guess she's itching for views because I'm a low-level creator. She has over 1 million subscribers, so she's likely looking for some attention. And then she came out with the old Joss is a child R, right? She said that, and then she said this.
Well, way back when I tried to kill him and his whole family and burn his house down with his whole family in it. It's a good thing I've changed.
Which, that's the one that got me a little bit heated. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But then Justin Hickman comes on his Instagram stories and does that video, which I did yesterday, about him talking about, making a joke. It's pretty funny, actually. And then he went a little bit too far, making fun of BLM, rioting, trans people, and then COVID, everything. Now, a lot of people have said, he's funny and we shouldn't get offended by everything. And I agree. I agree with the type of thing that jokes should be allowed to be said. I was making the argument that when you have a platform that is cleaning beds and shit, chill. That's all I was saying. I was saying, I don't know why I'm giving them advice, because I should let them never interrupt your enemy when they're making mistakes, which is what we're going to talk about a little bit today. But it's interesting because a lot of people say I don't talk about the husbands, but Justin Hickman comes out with this crazy statement and I made fun of him. So there you go. Anyway, In the same breath, then they came on their Instagram stories, and let's watch it. This is what happened next, and we're going to get into what is going to probably happen next. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe you guys have some advice for me, some connections and all that stuff, but let's watch this together. So for us to think they're traveling again, because that's all they do. Here's the thing about family vloggers. All they do is do like 1 or 2 videos a week of them cleaning their shit, and then they travel with their family and do posts about that. So
I just got a few things in for our trip from Amazon, and I have to tell you guys about this dress.
I have to stop you there, LoveMeg. Even this crazy filter, My Little Secret by Sasha Soul Art, is blending your eyeshadow for you. The filter says, hey, we should blend that, because this lady clearly doesn't blend her eyeshadow. Let's point that out. Also, this filter is insane. Can we, like, I understand using filters, people want to make themselves look better. I don't want to throw shade at people who do that, because if it gives you confidence, it gives you confidence. But be for real. When you're an influencer, like, this is the culture that's scary about influencer culture, is that everybody wants to be this, but she's not even this. Her giant eyebrows, somebody said she claims to be a true blonde. Have you seen her roots? I'm just saying. A lot of this surface level influencer culture stuff is really scary and dangerous, specifically for people like my daughter growing up in this world. And I don't want her to think that that's what I need to look like in order to be accepted. And we've been talking about this for years, okay? But this filter, literally, I cannot even see that she has pores. It looks like she's a piece of paper. So chill on the filter. It makes it, and I mean, I don't know why the filter couldn't fix the chapped lips, but maybe there's an extra filter for the chapped lips?
Because I am obsessing over it.
Water. Drink water, but not the water that's in this shit. You'll die. Oh, by the way, update on this LoveMeg cleaner. I'm sending one of these vials to an actual analyst to tell me about if there's any toxic substances in here, get the full-blown report on what's in this shit. Because from what I've heard, when I breathed that shit in the other day from the cup, like, I was coughing all day. And I know you guys are saying, I'm just saying that because I hate it. I was literally, maybe I shouldn't have been breathing it to that extent. Maybe that's my fault, but this shit is no good. And there's no warnings on here except for if you drink it, go to the hospital. Eye irritant, avoid contact with eyes. If eye contact occurs, rinse well with water. If irritation persists, consult a doctor. Do not take internally, keep out of reach of children, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure that there's other cancer-causing agents in here from what other people have said, but I'm going to pay a lab to dissect that entire shit. Tell me what's in this, what's dangerous about it, because there's nothing on this bottle. So that's just one thing. LoveMeg definitely poked the fat bear. Let's do this. So
Another one, I have not been this obsessed with an outfit in a long time. Ordered this one, and just... You can't even tell that I'm not even wearing a bra.
Okay.
And then also
didn't she get boob jobs? So probably wouldn't be wearing a bra anyway, right? When you have boob jobs, don't you get the boob job so that it makes it so you don't have to wear a bra? Okay, you guys know me. I don't really know the culture of, like, and I'm generally ignorant to this type of stuff. But when you get a boob job or 2 or 3 or whatever she's had, isn't that meant so that you don't have to wear a bra? Roni, you want out? Roni wants out. And also, you can't tell you're wearing a bra because this shit looks like you're wearing a freaking paper bag.
Elastic right here hits at the right spot. I'm 5'0", and normally it's hard for me to... But yeah, normally dresses with elastic waistbands are not my friend because I am so short, so it'll hit for me. I'm obsessed. Haven't even put...
You're obsessed.
...in my Amazon store. A lot of play.
I'm like fast forwarding through this shit right
Justin's
now.
out here doing...
Here we go. So this is after Justin came with his story that was supposed to be funny, and now I think if I'm right, they double down right here. So I made fun of him and said, "Did you ask your wife?" And she's like, and apparently she did.
Today, he came inside. He's like, "Did you see my stories?" And I was like, "No."
See, he didn't ask permission. Justin, just saying, should ask.
Well, what are you talking about? And he's like, "Just watch them. It's a joke, obviously."
Filter on his face. I don't know why that's so funny, but he looks like a newborn baby with a beard right now, and the eyebrows aren't the filter. Explain to me. Nah, maybe I don't understand it, but truly, I see a lot of people's stories who follow me, and not a lot of people use filters to this extent. But do people really think that people don't realize it's a filter, or what is the point when you're an influencer to put something so fake on your thing to show, like, what is the point? That's the one thing I'm ignorant on.
Oh, you look pretty with this filter.
Yeah, it's blush there. Covers up with sunscreen.
But yeah.
See, double down on the sunscreen joke.
I guess felt led by the Lord.
So she just said that Justin felt led by the Lord to make a joke about BLM, trans, and COVID. I don't know if the Lord said that to you. I don't know if the Lord said, hey, Justin, I have this cool idea, bruh. Let's go make fun of the most unmake-funnable people ever right in this moment in time. Let's do that. The Lord told you to do that. By the way, I want to point out that these people are absolutely not Christian. They say they are, but they're not. They use that as their... They say that because they want to keep under that demographic of people that watch their stupid shit and helps them make money. They are not Christian. Take it from an ex-pastor. If these people went to my church, I'd be like, oh, yeah, don't talk to them.
Just share that with you guys today.
I need to speak from my heart. So.
Honestly, I just think we're really over everything at this point. We've been doing this job for 7 years now.
So what are you over? Are you over the fact that you make hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars a year making cleaning videos? What are you over? You are blessed beyond anything imaginable in most regular people's lives. The fact that you get to do what you do and make an enormous amount of money, what are you over? Talk about privilege, right? Could you imagine anybody anybody who watches her would die to make the kind of money she does doing the stupid shit she does, okay? Hear the privilege here for a second. I hate using the word white privilege. I like to use the term class privilege. So you make so much money and then it still can't make you happy. It still doesn't fulfill you. So you have to come out here and cause drama because drama is what she likes. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the Gossip Bakery. I've got my own thread on there. It's kind of nice. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but she has like 100 threads of like thousands of comments and receipts from past years. Someone had made a comment to me in my Instagram stories that she likes it, and then she will read the threads, and then the next video will like low level do the things that piss them off on the thing. But there is some skeletons, is all I'm going to say. Like, she comes across like innocent and cute, and like, look how innocent I can't make muffins, and look at me vacuuming. But there is some deep, dark shit going on with this woman right here.
And it wasn't that bad in the beginning, but 3 years, it's just more and more and more, and then the world is changing, and people are trying to act like the good people are evil, and the evil people, the villains, are the good ones, and it's just
So she's saying she's the good one. Everybody thinks they're the good one, right? And then, of course, you guys know the allegation she made of me. I'm the evil one, bringing out the bad one. That's what we're saying. But we all know where we all stand on this topic. You guys here watching me supporting this channel, we understand that the ultimate basis for this channel, in the end, is to stop the exploitation of children on the internet. Now, in Hollywood, there's a Coogan law. And here, I would love that to be a thing on the internet. And it's just a matter of time. This is getting louder. This conversation is not going quietly into the night. There are so many family vloggers taking their kids off as it is, right? Because they understand the idea of like, holy shit, I'm putting my entire children's lives out there for like profit. And I'm also doing stupid shit that they're going to see forever when they're older. I'm going to make the argument allegedly that LoveMeg doesn't even have a relationship with her children. Like, she's so self-absorbed, as far as I can see, allegedly, that but the problem with that is, I mean, that happens. A lot of people are like that. A lot of people are deadbeat parents. But the problem with that is she's an influencer, and that's where it starts getting a little crazy. When you take PPP loans, when you go on these forums and get crazy, when your husband does political jokes, it's just, again, they're just not as innocent, and they come across like they are. And then basically they put a filter on their lives, like this filter here that's even blending her caterpillar eyebrows. It thinks that's makeup. It's blending it. So, I mean, there's so much going on here that we have to continue to talk about it.
Whole cancel culture stuff, cancel people for
what?
I wanted to say dumb shit. I should just say it.
Say it.
Dumb shit.
Yeah. No. Agreed. I know you guys are like, ooh, agreed. Don't cancel people for dumb shit. Okay? And I'm not here to cancel people. I'm not about canceling people unless you've done. There are two things that I will always say about cancel culture. If you kill an animal, right? Let's talk about Nikki Phillippi. Let's talk about Shannon Rose. Or if you do like, Nazi fetish porn and expect people to be like cool. Or if you take things like PPP loans, or you lie, or that kind of thing on your platform, and you make women feel bad about themselves because they can never achieve what you have because what you have is a lie, that shit's cancelable. That's the only thing. I don't want these people, like, I don't even think LoveMeg's on that level. I don't think that they should be canceled. I just think that people should actually be held accountable. And moreover, I just think it's really important for people to understand that these people are fake. So stop stacking yourself up against someone like LoveMeg, specifically here, 5 foot or over, right? Stop saying that I want to be like that, because she's not even like that. I think the larger conversation, which is where we're kind of heading, and if you haven't heard of CC Suarez's channel, she's starting this series on unethical influencers. Brilliant idea, okay? And this is something that I think I want to dive into as well. Not unethical, but just influencer culture in general. Is a lot of women, specifically people who watch mommy vloggers and cleaning vloggers and all that, they watch them for inspiration, to be influenced, to buy the products they buy. But what they're doing, and they don't understand it, like subconsciously, is you are stacking yourself up against this person, and you will always be left wanting. And that is why this world of influencer culture is so dangerous. I've said this in many past videos. It is so dangerous because when you're left wanting, you're never going to stack up, and then you will always feel bad that you can't do that. You need to get your mind out of that shit. You need to start understanding your value and your worth outside of people who influence you. And just because they're saying, oh, you're valuable, no. When you can't do what she does, like wear this ugly, shitty dress she's got on, or do your makeup like her, or have a giant ass house like her, or go to Disney 16 times a year, or buy private airplanes, and do all these things, you don't realize maybe that even in the end, you're like, I'll never do that. And then you end up feeling bad for yourself. This adds to mental health crises in a lot of women, a lot of men too. Men are a little bit different who we're influenced by, but it's still the same. So where midlife crises come in. So where people are like, I wish I had that, and you covet it, and you can never get it, and then you feel less than. That is one of the main reasons we do this as well. There's 3 or 4 main ones, but that one hits me pretty hard. And a lot of people have commented when I say things like that, you're right, I didn't even think of it that way.
It's ridiculous. Someone's at our door. I think that one thing that haters and trolls don't realize is that they are doing more harm than they even realize, because we have now become so desensitized to any kind of critiquing or advice.
So she's saying we've been hated on so much that when someone critiques us, we consider hate or trolling, so we won't even listen to it. Okay. And actually there's a good point there. But at the same time, if you've done something stupid, like call me a Pluto, I mean, that's one where if you're getting a lot of heat for that, you should probably pay attention to that, right? She shut off her comments. You can't message her. Although in the end, that's a win for us. That engagement analytic will go down for her because she's not allowing people to actually engage with her stuff, which is a death knell for an influencer. If you don't let people engage with your shit, they won't come back. In Canada, I think a couple of the newspapers took away their comment sections on their online papers, and I think their readership dropped by over 75% because people were not allowed to comment, were not allowed to engage in the conversation or debate, and they're like, okay, I'll just go somewhere else, and they did. When an influencer shuts down their shit because they're scared of what they've said and they're going to get in trouble for it, that is a good positive net outcome for what we're doing here. They lose big time when they do that. Not only do they lose subscribers, but they lose engagement, which is everything they do is about engagement. They have to get engagement. They don't get paid without it. All these sponsors and ads and people coming up to them saying, I need to see your engagement. What's going on? Let me see your analytics. And if their analytics are flailing, they're going to get less money. That's how this works. So for her doing that, everybody's like, oh, you're such a coward. And she is a coward. But at the same time, that is a win. And to continue to put pressure on people like this, where they have to shut off their comments and everything, is a win.
We might get.
And then that's not me saying go leave them hateful comments. You know my rule, guys. You nothing them. If you want to see these people disappear into oblivion, and enough people do, ignore them completely. Don't give them a thumbs down. Don't leave a negative comment. Don't leave them a hate comment. Don't message them. Nothing. Nothing them. That is how you do this.
And people have cried wolf so many times. Think about.
I was just going to say, like, when
this is filtered.
You're going to see. I
know. I got to take this filter off.
When you send hate and nasty.
And she won't take this filter off because she needs to. I don't know if she's got blotches or something, but let your freak blotches fly, ladies. Like, let's start saying natural is okay too. Like, let's start saying there is beauty in everything and stop doing this bullshit.
Awful messages over things like, we bought candles, or we wanted to give away a gift card to a fast food restaurant, or things like that. Like, when it's just normal things and you're sending nasty messages over that, it's like, I can't take you.
Who's sending nasty? I think it's probably because they have a large amount of haters, so they're trying to find anything to like come at them for. But okay, if you're not smart enough or adult enough to understand when someone's coming after you for giving away a gift card or for the buying of candles, is what they said there. Likely the gift card thing was like something that anyway, they're gonna come after from everything. If you can't separate the idea, hey, making fun of you for buying candles or whatever, and then calling someone a Pluto and then laughing about it, I mean. Yeah, you should probably listen to some of the bigger ones.
Seriously, on anything, because you're just going to be talking crap, you know?
Pick your battles.
Yeah, if it's something that...
I agree. Pick your battles, and I'm about to pick a battle here. Stay tuned.
Legit. Yeah, speak your mind.
I would love to know when I need to change, but I don't know. I would love to know when I need to...
Oh, she took the filter off. Here we go. Holy shit. Bring it back.
Educate myself further on a certain subject, but... I can't take anyone hating on me seriously, because if I did, I would sit around all day questioning every little thing that I do when it comes to burning candles in my house, when it comes to giving away a gift card, when it comes to the way I decorate, when it comes to telling my ghost story. I can't.
That ghost story was balls. I'm sorry. That was terrible. So I'm sorry if I offended you in telling your story, but it was bad. But what she's saying here is that she's like, you know, I don't want to listen to it all. And apparently those two topics really hit them pretty hard. Some candle shit and some gift card. Obviously, I don't know because I don't watch her shit. But those two topics, they've said that twice. So clearly they did listen and get angry about that. So when vloggers come out like Shannon Rose and everybody else say, you know, this doesn't affect me, but here's an hour video about how it affected me. Everybody sees through that shit.
Do a damn thing right in their eyes. And so when it comes to very serious situations, you've cried wolf so many times that I can't hear you.
Right. Okay. So somebody comes at you for lighting candles improperly or something and giving away a gift card, and you're like, wow, F those people. Then someone says, hey, you just called the Dad Challenge podcast a Pluto without any proof. I mean, there is a difference there. So she's going to say, well, I can't hear you because someone made fun of me lighting candles. Yeah, that sounds like someone who's got their head on straight.
You know, I can't hear the real stuff. It would be like us being in a marriage and me just complaining about every little thing Justin does. Then when something is real and really bothers me that really needs to change, he'd be like, oh, she complains all the time. So
that's nothing like this. Okay. Just absolutely nothing like that.
It's just the way it is.
You become white noise.
You know, and I'm sure that me getting on here and telling...
Bring that filter back. It's working for up here, but here it's struggling. There's like your processor's like... a little fan on your phone's going like, help me.
My truth and how things actually are is going to result in another video from the haters saying that I threw a tantrum, because I cannot possibly be a good person and stand up for myself without it being a tantrum.
So, and this is right. People do the same thing for me, and they leave comments like, he had a meltdown because he said he hates Micah Stauffer. I get what she's saying here, but at the same time, it's a tantrum. You're having a full-blown Instagram tantrum here where you're talking about how everybody hates you and everything. That's basically a tantrum. If you want to be an adult about this whole thing, you ignore it. I ignore the smaller creators who come at me because I just like, I don't have time. I don't give a shit either. If a big-ass creator like Shannon Rose comes at me or LoveMeg, yeah, because it's worth my time in the end, right? I can have a bigger voice because of that platform. If they're going to come at me, that allows me to be amplified. That's just the way this works. So, yeah, when people there's like 5 or 6 haters that come after me and they say the same absolute bullshit every single time, and it's laughable. But I get what she's saying here. But I also think that, yeah, you're having a full-blown tantrum. And I did that once. I don't know if it was Tattle Life that somebody talked about how bad I was, and I came out and did a video about it, and I should never have done it. This is so early in YouTube. And now I completely ignore them. Like now I'm just like, I laugh at them. I think it's hilarious. I think Cody Ko, one of the guys who does he's really, really good. He does a lot of same thing. He does reactionary commentary and he's really good at it. He actually goes into his hate threads and reads them. Maybe I'll do that. But not to complain or have a tantrum.
Oh no, that's not allowed for me. So I have been on the phone with my dad for the past 2 hours. We are so similar. Like we are twins.
And this is where I got really pissed in my last live about LoveMeg. Some people have said, don't talk about her dad. It's not your place. Some people have said, yeah, go with the tea, no holds barred. I'm still under the whole pissed. I'm still pissed about what she's about to say here, that like the shit with her dad is crazy. And like the shit's been sealed. And someone told me that with files like that have been sealed, something is up. Likely because she doesn't want it to come out, or there was something that really went down that is like, it's really hard to get second-degree murder files sealed. So, but the beautiful thing about being a criminal is that you cannot fully seal things. I can access to information. I can do all that stuff. I can find it. And we are in the middle of getting all that stuff. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do about it yet, but hear me out. I watched this video, and then you tell me how you would feel if someone's saying this.
So whenever we talk for a long time. And so I was talking to him for about 2 hours, and we just got off the phone. And so I just had a chance to check my notifications here. And so many people are writing in with love and support. And
let me stop you there, LoveMeg. That's because the people that follow you love and support you. Nobody from the outside, except for everybody that's messaged me and said, I messaged her about this and she blocked me. So she's on a blocking spree. But of course you're getting love and support when you're an echo chamber. Of course you are. If you're not going to allow any outside influence to message you, of course you're going to get love and support. Imagine she opened up her comments. Imagine she wasn't a coward. Imagine what would happen.
I truly appreciate you guys. I'm going to go through.
Just get some water.
And try to respond to the messages in a little while.
Or just lip gloss or something. I don't know. Chapstick? I don't know.
Every message that's coming in is like so long, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I really want to take my time and like respond to the people who took the time out of their day to encourage me. So many people are like, it's about time you told the haters how it really is.
Stop drinking Haterade and watch my commercials on cleaner and vacuuming and shit.
Even though I know we're going to be canceled again. Been canceled so many times.
You've not been canceled. If you were canceled, you wouldn't be here making tons of money on YouTube.
But I'm not canceled.
I want you guys, just before we get into what she's about to say here, watch her, like her demeanor here. She is obviously faking the fact that she's hurt, but she is also being super cocky, like cock of the walk. She's like, boom. She's doing this to piss off her detractors, the people that hate her the most. And, you do you, boo. But watch her body language, the way she says these things. It is so telling. Because
I still continue making videos. So you can try to cancel me, but you won't. I just think another thing that's really...
That right there, what she said there, is like throwing the gauntlet down to people who hate her. Like, if you really, really want to upset people that, like, can call your sponsors and mobilize against you, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You're like, but you won't. I mean, so many people have been canceled, but her and I think Shannon, I think even, I don't know who else said it. Someone else said it, like, I can't be canceled. Oh yeah, it was Nikki Philippi, unless I want to be canceled. And they're half right. Like, you can make as many videos as you want, but when your numbers start going down, cancellation, a real cancellation on the internet is outside of you can't do anything about it. Now, if someone saying you're canceled does not mean you're canceled. Okay? Someone just saying, oh, you're canceled, it's not. A real cancellation takes place when you literally can't make money off this platform anymore and you become blacklisted, shadow banned, and all that kind of stuff. Do I think that's going to happen to her? I doubt it, but I definitely think that her lifestyle where it is going to be coming down a few pegs over the next at least couple months, if not couple years.
Funny is that one person who is trying to cancel me and a lot of other mom vloggers out there apparently has pedophile charges against him.
Look at her face.
You guys remember what I said earlier?
Look at that. Now hear me out. This is what a lot of people message me saying. This is where this starts getting a little bit fiery. If I'm actually what she said I was and doesn't want to provide any proof, first of all, if I'm actually that person, right, and she's just going to throw that out there nonchalantly, why isn't she like a little bit more upset? If I did the things that she said I did, why isn't she like, it's so sad that this happened. Like, I hope those victims are okay. I hope blah, blah, blah. But she just came out with like smiles on her filter and her makeup done. And her like, I half think she's probably hammered, half in the bag with some boxed wine here. But at the same time, why are you throwing out an allegation first with no receipts, no proof whatsoever? Because there is none. And why are you happy about it? Because think about this for a second. If I actually did the thing she said, to all the victims out there that this happened to, she's laughing. She's using the fact that I did that to people and didn't, to say, oh, see, not caring at all about the victims, if there were any victims, okay? So what she's done there is diminished the capacity for people who have actually had that done to them, like me, to come forward or to have any teeth. Because her and Shannon Rose have sat there and told everybody without proof that I've done this, which then takes away the power of that. They're using it to get at me or come at me or like say something. But the dangerous part here is that it's not about me. Forget me for a second. But those people who have actually had this happen to them, she has just literally effed them over more than she thinks. Okay? Because she's having fun with this. She knows there's no proof. Okay? And she's about to say a bunch of other shit. And so that's where I got upset. That's where I said no holds barred. Okay? If you want to come at me with tea, I am the wrong person to come after. I just want to point that out, that they're ecstatic about this thing they said about me with no proof, right? They're so happy that this has happened because they can say, look, he's the bad guy, without any regard for the victims, if there were any. And of course there's not, because I didn't do the things they're saying. So, but in the end, we're going to talk about in the end what we're going to do about this whole thing.
Are trying to get sympathy and act like the good people are the villains when really they are the villains. I'm
the villain. So let's recap why I'm the villain, okay? Because I've come after LoveMeg for multitudes of things, using her kids in advertisements, lying about her product for one, PPP loans, all that kind of stuff. So I'm the villain because I want to make sure kids are protected on YouTube. Now, a lot of people keep saying, oh, he's lying about that. Why would I lie about this? If I was just here, surface level, just trying to make money off this topic, and that's it, I would have walked away from this a long time ago. Okay, but it is something I will never stop. I could have grown so much faster if I wanted to talk about Britney Spears and drama and YouTube drama and tea. I could have absolutely grown way faster than I have. It's not what I'm here for. Okay, one day I hope to walk away from all this because protections will be in place. I think someone said, "What are you going to do when this gets shut down? You're going to put yourself out of business." Oh, I hope so. I absolutely hope that I put myself out of business in talking about this because protections are put in place, because kids get the justice they deserve. I hope so. Absolutely. I'm not a villain here. I'm their villain, right? We're arch nemesis, but in the end, they're the villain. I'm not the one telling you how to live your life by putting filters on and lying to you. I'm not that. I'm exposing these people. So who's the villain? To them, I'm the villain. But to the rest of the world who sees what I see, they're the villain. I mean, you can see it's her truth, though.
And I'm just out here trying to live my life, hopefully motivate you guys when it comes to cleaning.
Well, you're not even good at that.
Homemaking, loving your kids.
Really? Loving your kids? Okay. Well, shit, lady, you shouldn't have said that because there's so much out there about what you've done. I don't know if you know that, but no. You don't ever love your kids when you exploit them. Let's be real. That's not love. That is the absence of love. When you can... Because love is protection, right? You want to do everything you can to protect your children at all costs, okay? But when you exploit them online for money, that is the absence of protection. And there's just, you may love your kids, yes, but I just think that there's more selfishness than love. And that is a scary place to be.
Standing up for yourself when you need to.
So it's standing up for yourself, LoveMeg, calling me a Pluto. Is that what standing up for yourself means? Is that what you're, and laughing about it and being all happy about that? Is that standing up for yourself? Coming at me with an allegation that is untrue, that you've no proof for? Is that how you stand up for yourself? You could have just said I'm a fat a-hole that lives in my mom's basement like everybody else does. That's fine. And I would have laughed with you about that. But you don't do that. Is that how you, if that's how you stand up for yourself, you've literally made it so much harder for everybody else who is actually who is truly a victim of that from coming out. That is what you've done here. You've only achieved more selfishness. Congratulations, asshole.
But I'm the villain.
She says that with her giant $45,000 diamond, but I'm the villain. Well, with that shirt on, you look like a villain from James Bond 1965.
Yeah.
See how happy she is right here? She's so like, see, I've just been vindicated. Oh, what an a-hole that guy is for doing that thing. That's what tripped up a lot of people. That's what pissed me off to the nth degree. That's what made me so angry, is that she's so happy about it. She's so happy about it. Well, LoveMeg, shit's about to go down. And then this is the other video she did right after that, because she obviously got some heat, whatever you want to call it, from even her own people. Now, that's one thing Shannon Rose, I'm in Shannon Rose's Patreon because I want to make sure, I'm keeping track of everything for this thing we're going to talk about in a minute. But even if your own people are saying, I can't believe you did that, then shit's going down. So she had to come out and do this. This looks like my grandmother's couch that she's wearing, by the way.
We have no proof. Kind of like someone saying that I committed fraud when they have no proof.
So, here's the thing. You have no proof, and let's continue. I'm going to talk about her points in a second.
Kind of like that. but they're the innocent ones. Also, I was very careful with my words whenever I...
So, now she's going to come out and say, whoa, 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 how do you know who I'm talking about? So, right here, it's so funny, because we're going to... Remember what she just said there. Kind of like, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Talked about that, so I did not say who it was. So if you automatically associate pedophile with a certain person without me saying who that person is, that should tell you something.
And she's laughing again. Look, LoveMeg, everybody knows who you're talking about. And do you know why everybody knows who you're talking about? Because you just started the video by saying, like, accusing me of fraud. What other guy that comes after family vlog moms, right? What other guy has accused you of fraud? Well, I don't know if I've accused you of fraud. I've accused you of, I didn't say fraud, but PP. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I think that you have probably done some fraud with PPP loans. So what other guy? Who else has done it? The only other person I can think of is YouTuber Headlines that comes after you, and that's not a guy as far as I know. Or you just outed yourself by saying it was me. Again, legally, do I have a leg to stand on? I don't know. We're going to find out in a second, but let's continue on through here. And she's laughing again. If you think it's you I'm talking about, then you're the P. Who else could you be talking about? Shannon Rose just dropped the video. You just heard it, and then you repeated it. This was like 2 seconds after she dropped her video. So who else are you talking about, LoveMeg? And if you want to avoid being demolished, then please clarify so that, you know, everybody sees through your bullshit. You think you're so protected legally here, and maybe you are, but we'll find out.
And I also made sure to say he apparently has pedophile charges against him. We
let's read it again.
No proof. Kind of like someone saying that I committed fraud when they have no proof.
Well, I hope you have receipts of the other person that said this, or these many people who said it, because I'm the only one. But I don't even know if I said fraud, but I know what she's talking about. So, LoveMeg, you're dumb. So she said, I used the word. So we'll just let her hear that again. Let's hear that again.
I also made sure to say he apparently has pedophile charges against him.
Well, LoveMeg, you just made yourself an idiot. So here, let's look up what the word apparently means. Apparently means as far as one knows or can see. And I said this in my live stream. As far as one knows. Okay? You don't know anything. You can't know anything. There's no proof. There's no receipts. I'm going to do my criminal record check for all the world to see. I shouldn't have to. And people are like, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I want to shut them up, and I don't want this to go farther. This is dangerous for a man, a family man of myself, to just have this shit floating around there. I am not going to be one to stand back and just ignore it and let it just get out of hand. I'm going to stand up for it right off the top. And I'm going to show you guys my proof, okay? Because they'll say it, and they have way larger platforms than I do. Okay, even though even though most of the people don't believe it anyway, but I'm not going to stand for it. So, apparently does not protect you legally, dumbass, as far as one knows or can see. So you used the wrong word. First of all, you're stupid. You also alluded to the fact that the guy that accused you of fraud, I'm accusing that guy of P. So I've never seen another person on the internet do that. So you've outed it. You're dumb. And I mean, so that just makes you an idiot, and that's good for me. So here's what we're gonna do, everybody. Aside from that, Shannon Rose makes her allegation of me being a child R because, of course, because I'm an ex-pastor, so that must automatically assume that I'm the worst thing in the world. Now, I'm gonna do an entire video on the burnt out pastor about this idea because, like, it's not like they're justified in saying it, but at the same time, the church has fostered these optics by hiding these things. And there was something that happened at my church specifically that I want to talk about. Okay, so yes, they do this because they know it's going to hit hard, right? Because I'm an ex-pastor, so it must mean that I absolutely was a child P, right? Must. Absolutely. So that's what I'm pissed about. But also, she then threatened to kill my entire family. You know, she didn't threaten. She didn't say, I want to do this. She said, if this was 10 years ago, I would have killed his whole family and burned his house down with his whole family in it. Now, that is a veiled threat. It might not be a direct threat, but I'm not a lawyer. But I think if a court heard that, or a jury, whatever, heard that, they're not going to take that like, oh, she's just kidding. You don't just get to say shit like that. That is really scary, specific for people like my wife who are not on this platform, who don't want to be, right? Who doesn't get on here and give her opinions or anything like that. That doesn't bode well for me and my family. They don't like that, okay? Nobody would. So here's my plan. I posted on the post on the Problem with Family Vloggers - the DCP Facebook group. Head over there if you want to join that group and join this cause. So here's what I'm thinking about doing. And a lot of people have reached out to me and said that they want to, like, let's start a GoFundMe, let's sue her. And every time a creator does a GoFundMe for their own like legal fees and stuff like that, they get a lot of heat and hate. So here's what I'm going to propose. That I'm going to talk to a lawyer here. I'll pay for the initial concept to see how we can do this, because I want to sue Shannon Rose and LoveMeg. Okay, and others that have been saying some shit. Some other people that I don't even want to mention on here because I don't want to give them a platform, okay? So what I want to do is see how far we can go. Now, likely can't go very far. That's what I'm going to say. A lot of people say, well, I'm going to sue you and you should be scared. But let's be real. This is not an easy thing to do to prove. But when they're on video saying it and they still have it, like Shannon Rose on her Patreon, and that LoveMeg put this out to her, I don't know how many followers she has on Instagram, right? You've said it and it's kind of out there now. It's in the ether, right? You've said it, and so there should be some accountability. So I'm not saying we will win, but here's what I'm proposing. I don't mind being the catalyst to sue the shit out of these people. I know I have a stronger case against Shannon Rose, absolutely, for what she has said, and obviously her history of suing people and being sued herself, and for what she said, okay? Without proof, she just went up and said it, okay? So here's what I'm proposing. We will do a GoFundMe if people want to fund this lawsuit. I will become the catalyst to sue them, to bring them down pegs. Okay, I have a position now where they've said something about me, and I have a little bit bigger of a voice, so I'm in a prime position to actually set this shit into motion, okay? And so I will do the GoFundMe, but here's what I promise you. Well, a couple things you should know. That it's unlikely that we will be successful, okay? But it is possible that this could get national attention or some type of attention with news or blogs or whatever the case may be. If there's a family vlogger guy that they think I'm the villain and I think they're the villain, and we're going toe-to-toe court battle, even if I don't win, I win, okay? Because it's going to expose them for who they are. So that's one thing. And I promise that even if I do win, or if there's an excess or whatever the case may be of these legal fees, every bit of money I win or that is excessive from this thing, I will donate to a cause like child trafficking, some kind of nonprofit. Ames has told me that Ashton Kutcher has one, that type of thing, or one that might need it, but I won't even take a penny of this personally for myself, okay? I promise you right here, right now, I will donate everything that comes from this that's a net positive to a organization that we agree on or that we can vote on or whatever the case may be that deals with child trafficking or is trying to get Coogan laws put in place for kids on YouTube, okay? I will not take personally any money myself. That's my promise, okay? But in the end, what this does twofold is this can help an organization if we win something, but also it will bring them down to a degree where maybe they'll just stop making this allegation against people. We have to tell people it is not okay to make this allegation against innocent people, because for those people who actually have been SA'd or have been R'd or whatever the case may be in their childhood, like myself, that they continue to have the largest voice they can without being muddied by these disgusting idiots on here just saying it out there and laughing and smirking about it, okay? So I'm not sure I'm going to completely go through with it, but the Facebook group, there's over 200 comments fully in support of this. Here's a couple things I'm going to ask you guys. Advice. Some people who live in the legal world, if you know that, let me know if you work in that world. If you know a lawyer who's willing to talk to me about this, because it is difficult for a Canadian to sue an American and vice versa, right? You basically Canada has to sue the US on my behalf. It's really weird. Maybe someone can reach out to Emily Baker and say, come talk to me, because apparently she's amazing. She knows her shit, and she's in the same world as me on YouTube and stuff like that. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know where she stands on family vlogger, so I don't really want to, say that she does and will help. It might be worth just saying, hey, you should go talk to Dad Challenge Podcast. 3, I want to hear your concerns and comments below. Should I absolutely do this, or should I just kind of let it go? But I think in the end, I've said this a bunch of times, and right or wrong, that if you're a victim of something and you don't speak up, right or wrong, if I've been falsely accused and I don't say something about it, if I don't come and fight for that, then they'll be able to continue to do that to other people that come at them, right? And that is not fair. Because it's such a weird world that I'm a dad in this world, I often get this who are you guy, you make fun of their eyebrows and their eyelashes, and screw you, making fun of women. Let's be real, okay? I love women. Women are amazing. Women who protect their kids, women who are good moms, women who work, women who just fight, women who are just level-headed and not stupid. I love women. You know what women I don't like? Family vlogger women who exploit their children. I'm not just coming willy-nilly after women galore for no reason. Look back in my videos. Are any of the women that I'm making fun of or snarking on here, do any of them sit outside of that spectrum? Do any of them do? No, they don't. There's only people I come after because this is how the voice, this is how it gets heard. This is how it works. So stop saying that shit. Okay? And also, if you're gonna come at me for that, like, he makes fun of women, but then you're gonna make fun of me too, just think about it. Okay? Just don't be stupid. Hey, this fat asshole, dingbat, loser face, dickweed who can't dance, he's making fun of people. How dare he? Okay? Let's be real. Stop. You guys think I'm a hypocrite, everybody's a hypocrite, whatever the case may be, but if you're going to call me names and then just say, hey, you shouldn't be making fun of people, just don't be stupid. Because equal opportunity, I make fun of everybody. If you exploit your kids on this platform, you're fair game as far as I'm concerned. Let's be real. So, comment below. What do you guys think? Do you have any connections to lawyers? I know there's one here I've already connected to, and I'm waiting to hear a call back. It's obviously going to be a not easy thing, and I can't promise anything. If anything at all, I don't know. But at the same time, if this does take the next step, again, this could bring some attention we really want to this cause, and I'm happy to be that guy. So, what do you think? Do I have a leg to stand on? Am I just being a dickweed and angry, and should I just let it go? I don't know. My wife usually would say, let it go. But at the same time, when she heard that, she's like, well, that's not very nice. Because my wife's a really nice lady and she's amazing. She's like, well, that was rude. Well, it's a little bit more than rude. But anyway, guys, take a deep breath. Wow. Hopefully we can battle this. Hopefully we can fight back. And thank you for your support. Thank you for like going at her. And even though fans of those people who hate me, even in my own friggin' gossip thread, there are people who are like, oh my gosh, why would she say that? Thank you. I mean, at least people are banding together to say it is not okay to falsely accuse somebody of something. At least that's happening. That is awesome. So take a deep breath, ladies who watch this, and 3 guys who watch it. I love you too. You are incredibly valuable. Please, 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 please stop stacking yourself up against influencers. They make money by showing you something you likely will never achieve. And here's why you won't. Because they don't even achieve it. It is all fake. And that is really, really dangerous, specifically for our children. Think about this, guys. We grew up in a world where this kind of happened halfway between our lives, and we're pretty effed up because of it. Imagine our children who are completely immersed in it since the day they're born, how bad they're gonna be when they're adults. This influencer culture needs to stop. We need to make it a no-go. We need to make it something shameful. We need to say, nah, no. Or prop up influencers who aren't trying to be influencers, but are influencers in a way that they do good things, right? Let's start doing that. Okay? But you are beautiful and super valuable for being a part of this, and I really appreciate you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.